Well, good morning, tennis, pardon me, 88 Tennis 88.
Good morning.
It's good to see you again. Always an early morning
Adventure.
adventure. Yeah, we've been doing these for how long?
More than 20 years.
More than 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how many balls you think we've hit in that time.
Math is not my forte.
Would the number be large?
Yes.
All right. Well, I wanted to just provide our friends at Tennis Warehouse with a little bit of a brief clash review. And honestly, I was pretty rough in the clash, the standard clash. I hit with it briefly here at Vanderbilt when it was still in the prototype phase, and had some pretty negative things to say about it, honestly. It reminded me of a microgel radical, which was just me sharing truth, honestly. But I was lucky enough to get my hands on this tour version, which is probably closer to my spec. As you know, we joke about when you pick up my racket, you tend to go like this, and I like a heavier racket. So I enjoyed our hit with it today, but would love to hear your impressions. We hit some ground strokes, volleys, overheads. You served a bit. What are your impressions of the clash?
Well, first of all, I love the demo cosmetics,
Yeah.
the prototype cosmetics. But all in all, I prefer a stiffer racket, which was surprising that I enjoyed hitting with this one. That's got a nice pocket of feel on the forehand as well as the backhand. The lower balls, I think it tends to give up a little bit too much flex. But I think for the advanced player, the professional player, definitely that is where the market is. It gives a lot of positives in terms of driving ground strokes, spin, and then on the serve, it surprisingly enough, it actually likes the flatter serves better. And when you were hitting with it, I thought your serve actually had a little bit more pop on it, and you were hitting your targets a little bit easier. It's interesting the type of flex that it has, because it's not in the ordinary places that you would expect it, which I think makes the ground strokes really come off and get amplified with the spin. Likewise, I think the flex at the very top magnify the serve.
Yeah, interesting observations. I think that especially that you would talk about this being a racket that you would see in the hands of advanced players, because I think in a way it's been marketed more as a game improvement racket almost. There's always, of course, controversy about what the pros are actually playing. Some of the pros showed up with the new paint job in Australia, and there's question marks about what they're actually using. Having said that, I actually really enjoyed hitting this racket, and I'll give a little feedback. I feel like when you were hitting your ground strokes with the racket, there was a little bit more noticeable kind of oomph behind the ball and shimmer. Now we're both people that have, despite our meanderings occasionally, we've stuck with the same racket for a very long time. Your racket you've used since the late '90s, and likewise, I've been, I think, with the same Pro Staff 90s since the early 2000s. So we tend to find something we like and stick with it. But I honestly felt that this was a surprise to me, again, especially after hitting the standard version. And it's striking to me how different something that weighs just I guess it's a half of its more can feel, because the other one felt to me quite unstable, especially hitting 88 Tennis 88 here can put some work on the ball, and hitting against players that can do that, I really felt it fluttering a bit. I did not find the stability that the marketing had promised, but with this frame, I did. I noticed a distinct difference. And again, I think this is strung with ALU. I'm guessing it's probably in the low to mid 50s, and that may be a difference. The other one had some nondescript poly in it as well, but this, I think the ALU is probably a good match.
And as far as volleys, I think it'll take some adjustment for the volleys. I think you'll have to stay on the ball a little bit longer, a little bit more through. Certainly, I think it has the potential for some touch at the net, but in general, I think you're going to have to stick the volley in order to make it work. But I think, again, for advanced players and beyond, you'll be very happy with a solid feeling racket from most areas of the court.
Yep. Well, definitely to me, the two most important shots in tennis are the serve and the return. and I felt really good serving with this. I was amazed at how well it served. And one other comment I guess I would make is just the directional control. People have talked about that. And I did pick that up, and I don't know if that's the string. It's a completely different string that I use. It's a different tension. It's a different racket, so it's hard to know. But I did feel as if I could pull the racket, which reminded me of some of my old flexible frames, that I was better able to pull the ball like into a spot as opposed to maybe less so. I don't know how to say that any better. Maybe stiffer rackets tend to deflect the ball more linearly, and it's a little more difficult to direct. So I like that. I don't know if this is something I would change to after all these years, but I could see myself maybe as I get a little bit older thinking about something like this. Because it's, and the other thing that strikes me is, does that look like 100 square inches, people? I don't know. So it's a 100. This is a 100. So maybe it is. But it feels and plays smaller than a 100. Which again, maybe they're targeting that advanced player. Now there's a rumor that there's going to be a 98. So that 2 square inches.
Yes, make it a little more solid.
Yeah, it may.
Especially for the lower balls.
Yeah, maybe for the lower balls. Yeah, good point. All right, well, again, 88 Tennis 88, thanks for being here. 88 here is, he's too modest to tell you, but he's a very good player, and he's coached a lot of very good players, and he's certainly, I think, been in the Wilson fold for a long time.
Yes.
As have I. And then one of his jobs is to direct people to the right stick.
Yes.
So you see some of your juniors coming up, maybe?
Definitely. And yeah, and beyond, like I said, I think it's a multi-purpose racket for more of the advanced player to manage all of the attributes that it has.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us.
As always.
I appreciate it.